while everything's still going on, we still have the crisis down on the border. And it's not just people. We got all kinds of stuff happening. A Chinese national entered the U.S. illegally carrying rare, aggressive, and drug-resistant tuberculosis, fueling serious concerns. At least 200 people have been exposed, according to an emergency lawsuit. And you won't believe what I heard, boots on the ground down in Texas. Yeah, and I recorded it. I'll be showing you that as well. Important information regarding all that you aren't hearing about coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. New York Post says this. One of the people running, not even going to say the name, 2021 immigration bill as border fix, but it will allow millions deported under Trumpski to return. Say what? But I'm telling you, looking up stuff, you can definitely tell the smell in the air, because by the looks of reports on news, it's shaping up down at the old border. Says KTXS says border crossings dropped this year, but will voters care? Question mark. BBC says how many migrants have crossed the U.S. border illegally? You know, the old trusted names. NBC News, attempted border crossings dropped to the lowest level of the Biden presidency in September. So it looks like it's getting better. The Guardian reports arrests for illegal U.S.-Mexico border crossing falls to more than a 4-year low. CBS News says illegal crossings at the U.S. southern border reached lowest point of Biden presidency. Now, mainstream news is going to make everything sound like it's under control, everything's getting better, and I think that's what you guys should expect with what's coming up in a handful of days. Now, this issue with all the people coming across and this sickness right here isn't the only one. There's a lot more reports, and people are talking about these people are not getting checked, they're not getting cleared, and they're bringing a bunch of stuff over from who knows where. Now, in this boots on the ground interview basically I did with this guy that works down in Texas, I'm going to let you guys listen to this conversation. It's going to blow your socks off, because he talks about the competition with work right now, and you won't believe who with. And he's got real life experience down there that he's going to share with us all. First, let's see what's going on with this brand new development of them bringing over a rare case of some kind of tuberculosis.
Potentially infected detainees.
This is the type of crisis that occurs when we let people come into this country unchecked.
And that's one of the big concerns on the table. These people are coming across. Even back when we had to be like this, they're just shoveling people across. No checks. Who knows what they're bringing with them?
An illegal Chinese immigrant has entered the U.S. and brought along a rare drug-resistant strain of tuberculosis. At least 200 people who came into contact with this individual may have been exposed. That's according to an emergency lawsuit. Louisiana's government and attorney general.
And guys and gals, pay attention to that. What I've been hearing more and more, and it's not just with tuberculosis, is the word drug resistant. Strain of whatever. Makes you wonder where they come up with that. Tell me what you guys' thoughts are down in the comments carefully. And a quick reminder, thumbs up helps this video get out to more people, along with the shares and comments.
Filed against federal officials, including Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, for not cooperating. This rare form of tuberculosis carries high mortality rates.
This is a bacterium that is contagious. This particular patient has a very resistant strain of tuberculosis. It is the only case in Louisiana.
The Chinese citizen crossed illegally into California through the southern border in July before being flown to Louisiana with 100 other detainees. They were then bused to another facility with more detainees.
Patient zero started in China and moved somewhere between China and the United States where there was an illegal border crossing.
The state governor said U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, moved the unnamed Chinese national through different facilities in the state. This led to the spread of the contagious disease.
Nationality here of the crazy strain that is drug resistant coming from the same place as the ordeal that we had to deal with the last big go around. If I was a corrupt leader of a country trying to take out another country, and especially if they had an open border, I'd be doing that too. I mean, think about it. How easy is it to them to create something in some crazy biolab? Hypothetically, of course. And then before you know it, you've got contaminated folks crossing into another country who don't get checked. And well, we know how things spread that way. It's going to be really interesting on what we're going to be up against here in the next few weeks.
Repeatedly ignored the state's requests to keep anyone from being released until their medical status were cleared.
The public should understand, we have been saying this is the type of crisis that occurs when we let people come into this country unchecked.
The governor reassured Louisiana residents that they are not in any danger at the moment. Last year, the U.S. saw a huge increase in the number of Chinese immigrants entering the country illegally from Mexico. U.S. border officials arrested over 37,000 Chinese nationals at the southern border last year, 10 times more than 1 year earlier.
You hear those big numbers, 10 times as much. What did they say, 33,000 or something like that arrested? Think about the minute amount they arrest. Folks, most of these people aren't getting arrested, they're getting through. That's pretty crazy. So this goes in hand. I was just down in Texas a couple weeks ago, and I was down there for business, taking an Uber Lyft ride to where I was going. And we got to talk with this gentleman that we asked them about, you live down here close to the border. What type of pressure or experience are you seeing firsthand down here? What's the biggest thing that's affecting you? It's insane what he had to say.
Middle East, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, the people from being persecuted over there.
Yeah.
They're coming over here and driving for Uber and Lyft, yet they don't understand English. And I can understand people from Mexico coming over here and driving for Lyft and Uber or working, but about maybe 45% of the people in Texas understand Spanish. I don't, but there are people here who understand Spanish, even if you're from Puerto Rico or Cuba or wherever.
Right.
If you're from a Spanish-speaking country, you're going to understand what they're saying. But those people come over here.
You're seeing most of them from Afghanistan?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the Middle East.
Anywhere Middle East.
Exactly they're from.
And then do they just easily get a driver's license?
They're giving it to them.
They're giving it to them.
This is what I was told. If you're from Mexico, they'll turn you around and deport you back to Mexico. But if you're from any other country and you come here illegally, they'll give you a Social Security card, a driver's license, and $10,000. And that's wrong.
Jeez. He said that they're just giving these people from the Middle East, they're just giving them the driver's license. And there's more. Wait till you hear the rest.
Deport you back to Mexico. But if you're from any other country and you come here illegally, they'll give you a Social Security card, a driver's license, and $10,000. And that's wrong.
Jeez.
If you're going to do it for them, you got to do it for the Mexicans or the Canadians or whoever comes over here illegally. They need, do it. Don't just do it. If they come over here the correct way, like coming over here, getting a visa, saying, hey, I'm being persecuted over there or whatever.
And where he's going with that right there is exactly how I feel. I have nothing against people from other countries going to other countries and living, but come across the right way. Go through the process that my friends that are from those places are upset about the people coming across not doing it the way they did it. But he's saying that the people from Mexico, actually most of them get sent back. It's the people that are Asian, Middle Eastern, all these other things. From what he's saying, they're getting driver's license, social security cards, they're getting $10,000 booster cash. From his point of view, kind of crazy.
They get a visa, that's fine.
Yeah.
But some of these people come over here illegally and they work under the table for cash. They don't pay taxes. And their kids go to school for free. And to me, that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, and they're pushing a lot of the Americans out of their jobs.
That's, yeah. clear land with a track loader back in the 80s with a friend of mine, and we needed some extra money. So I said, let me go to a realtor I know and see if he has any property that was clear. And I went to him and said, I thought, this is how much we charge for doing this. He said, oh, I can get my guys to do it for half that price. I said, who's your guys? He said, oh, some guys I hire from Mexico. Now, taking it out of my mouth, my family's mouth, and giving it to somebody who you're going to get charged $2,000 a person. Because I know somebody who hired a bunch of illegals one time to haul garbage, pick up garbage from people's houses, and they were caught, 6 of them. They got fined $2,000 per person.
It's going to get pretty interesting here in the next few months.
Okay, so I didn't catch the entire conversation, but he was talking about how there's a lot more competition for even him trying to make extra cash to fight inflation. But these Middle Easterns are getting basically handed driver's license. And he went on to say that these guys are causing wrecks. They don't know the rules of the road. Sure in the heck can't communicate with most people because you're either speaking Spanish or English down there. He went on and on before I started recording about how it's completely reckless. He sees collisions, wrecks all the time regarding these Uber and Lyft drivers. They're out there taking his job. What did I do? I tipped him big. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Have you heard similar stories? You guys got more info and stuff related to this that you could put down in the comments to share with the community? This is just a couple things regarding the crisis down there and how it's affecting the American people. Anyway, I thought this was good information to keep you guys aware, keep you on your toes, and so that you're informed. If you guys missed either one of these videos recently, please share this and keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.